Hmm. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this webinar. Um, my name is Jaden from XLR Security. I'm an account manager here. And today we're going to be talking about Reyee products. And I'm going to be joined in a couple moments by Aymeric from Petawise, as well as Alejandro from Reyee. So let me just hop into the call with them in just a moment. Hi, you guys are live now. So yes.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me here.
Yes. So Alejandro, can you just give us a quick introduction, and then Aymeric, a quick introduction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so well, I could say I work for Petawise, so we cater to all of Canada on the Reyee side. It's a new product, and I believe Alejandro is more than excited to talk about that in the coming in the webinar.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm Alejandro. You can call me Alex from Argentina, from working in Reyee Networks for more than 1 year now. And I'm basically dedicated to US, Canada, and Argentina and Uruguay markets. So I'm from the pre-sales and all the tech side for the company. So I'm very excited to show you guys all my experience and how we can help you and your business to grow, right?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So we're going to get started with an introduction, a little bit about Reyee, a little bit about the company. So I'm just going to pull up this PDF here, and let me share it with you, Alejandro. Second. Yes. Okay, perfect. You can see this, right, Alejandro?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So yes, Alejandro, so can you tell us a little bit about the company? Because I noticed that it says Reyee by Reyee. So like what exactly is Reyee and Reyee? And just keep in mind that most of us here in Canada are not familiar with either Reyee or Reyee. So can you please tell us a little bit about these companies?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, basically, as you said, Reyee Networks is like the main brand. It was founded in 2003, and so we are not a new company. Probably it's the first time you heard about us because we are starting to grow overseas. But actually, the brand is not new. It was founded in 2003, as I said, and now since then, we began to grow pretty fast until today. So we now got we become one of the industry leading network infrastructure and solution provider with more than 8,000 employees and more than 20,000 partners.
Sure. So let me just jump to the next slide because I see you already mentioned that.
Yeah.
So 90 plus countries already you guys cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Coverage in more than 90 countries and basically in all the regions. So we have become one of the most important network solutions and worldwide. And we are, of course, the brand is from China, but we becoming like a worldwide company now with a lot of R&D centers and with the cloud solution based in AWS, so not based in China, but in AWS. So it will help you probably and the end customers to trust more on us as our infrastructure, our cloud solution is not. I mean, it's redundant and not only in China based, right?
Okay, so just to clarify that, so you're saying that Reyee has cloud servers, right? For managing the products, and those servers are hosted in Amazon servers, right? So that's like in North America, the servers are being hosted.
Correct.
Excellent.
Exactly.
And so on to the next slide, we can see a bunch of companies that's most of our viewers will probably be familiar with here. And then we have Reyee and Ruji on the other side. So can you tell us a little bit about where these products are? Where do these products fit into the market?
Sure. So now we are looking at the different sub-brands we have. You'll see Reyee and Reyee. So Reyee is focused on the enterprise product lines to compete with Cisco switches like Cisco Catalyst 9K, Aruba, Ruckus, and so on. And on the downside, we got the Reyee SMB. So which is each one has its own product portfolio, but on Reyee we're gonna focusing more today, and that is the one we usually use when introducing our products in new markets, and it's more focused on the SME market, as I said, and to compete with Ubiquiti, MikroTik, Aruba Instant On, TP-Link. And all the products you will see on the following slides, and you're gonna show us as well, are all cloud-based. So all not only the SMB but also the enterprise, everything is cloud-based, meaning that you can deploy, config, add config, rollback, operate, and manage all the devices remotely. So it will reduce the on-site visits to end customer site. So which is a huge point to give our devices a try, right? So, as they are designed to make you save money on daily operations.
Right.
So,
and so you're in Argentina, right? So you work with a lot of clients already in Latin America. So can you tell us sort of like how long have you been working with Ruji and Reyee, and like what are some of the experiences of your clients? Like what do your clients think about the product? And just tell us a little bit about how you guys are already using this product.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, basically I'm working here from more than 1 year now, 1 year and a half around. So from the early beginning, one of my reactions to the portfolio as well is how easy it is to set up all the devices. It doesn't matter if it is like a home Wi-Fi devices or SMB or enterprise. It's really easy to deploy, to operate. No need to become like a CCIE, or not even CCNA expert in networking. So it's really easy to deploy and really easy to manage as well. So we got some specific features to differentiate from other brands, from the competition. So it's I can talk you a little bit more about it, but it's basically in different countries it's almost the same reaction, how easy to is, and that we got no licenses, right? That is also one of our biggest advantage. No need to set like a access controller on site, so you have to take care of another device, another license, for example, or something else it can broke. So yeah, no license, no need to buy a license per use or per device, or I don't know, time-based licenses.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that part. And so next, we're going to talk about the products that we have. So obviously, Ruji and Reyee have, I think, dozens or maybe even hundreds of products. But for now in Canada, we're starting with a basic selection of these products you can see here. And then potentially, as we start to see more interest in these products, we may bring more into the market. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm just going to share. Yeah, so let me share something else for our audience here. 1 second. 3. Hang on. And actually, I can share this with you guys too. 1 moment. follow along. Okay, so what type of products do we have right now for Reyee? So, Aymeric, I'll let you sort of handle this one. So, can you tell me a little bit about the products? Just give me a basic overview of which products are available right now.
Yeah, so basically, here in Canada, we're bringing in these products. So we have, basically two cloud managed routers. We have one that's wireless, and we have other one that's wired. We have also three cloud switches, which is going to cater to the video surveillance, and they're all gigabit. They also have SFP ports. The smaller one has 10 ports, the big one 20, and the bigger one is a 28 port. And we also have the cloud managed wireless access points, and we have bridges which are very interesting also for the video surveillance. It is a hot item here. And basically the access points, we have a ceiling indoor and we have an outdoor. I believe Jaden has some products he can show you, also showcase them to you. And they're all Wi-Fi 6, and they're all gigabit as well. So it'll be able to support your network.
Excellent. Yes. So, just to summarize what you said, so we have two different types of routers. Okay, this is going to be like the router for your whole entire network. So these routers are business routers. They can do, I think they can do like a VLAN function, right? VPN functions.
Yeah.
One of the routers, I actually have them both here behind me. So, a second, this, to see. So this is the, it's a pretty big router. It has Wi-Fi 6 with the antennas built into it. Yeah, and this would be good for, just pretty much a small business router, maybe like a restaurant or something. It should give Wi-Fi to their whole business. And then second, we have the, this is the 10 port router, right? So this one actually gives you PoE built into the router. So this is a router and a PoE switch all in one. And yeah, it has 8 PoE ports and 2 uplink ports, and it's fully gigabit. So this will do, again, like a small office. This will do the whole network. This will even do, it doesn't have wireless, but it will do wireless if you add access points.
That is correct. And you can power those access points through PoE, because that router does have a PoE on that as well.
Yes, exactly. And then I'm just going back to this screen here. So we have PoE switches, right? So for those who are doing cameras, I think most of our audience is doing security camera. PoE switches are very familiar. So we have the 8-port switch, 16-port switch, and 24-port switch. And these are managed switches. So you can actually add these to your smartphone app on the Reyee app by scanning the QR code. And you can log into the switches and you can see, if it's working, if it's not working. You can see each port is transmitting data to your cameras. And if there's a problem, you can actually just go into the app and reboot the port. So we're going to be showing you that a little bit later. But one of the major advantages that we're finding with the Reyee product is just how easy it is to manage it through the app. You can also do it through your web browser. And how much potentially time that can save you as an installer. You don't have to go back to the site and, unplug every port and plug it back in. And it's just a whole headache. So you can actually save a lot of time and potentially just offer better value to your customers with these PoE switches. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Yeah. So what else do we have here? So we have this, actually there's one more product here, but anyways, we have 2 wireless access points. So there's one that actually goes in the ceiling. So this is basically like your Ubiquiti, Ubiquiti U6 or U6 Lite access point. So it's ceiling mounted. It's good for offices, good for even, factories even, you can configure multiple of these onto one network, and these power by 48-volt PoE. So the same sort of PoE that is for security cameras will power this access point. Pretty handy.
Yeah.
Yes, and actually we have one running in our office, and we have been using it for about like 2 months almost, and it's great. It's easy to set up, and we have had no issues with it. So pretty good product so far. Yes. We also have a larger access point. This is actually an outdoor access point, so it's fully metal. So let me show you how that looks. And it's quite big. So this is like, it's a very serious access point. It's meant to go on the side of a building. You can mount it like this, and it'll give Wi-Fi to the whole area. So actually, Alejandro, how do your clients currently use this access point? Like, can you tell us a little bit about like what kind of company needs this sort of access point? I mean, this is very serious. This product.
Yeah. Actually, as you said, it's one of the hottest product we have especially on the access point side, of course. For outdoor solutions, it could be used for houses, public Wi-Fi events. I tried in for high density scenarios as well. So for public access events, outdoor scenarios, anything, it's IP68. So and it also has an optical SFP port. So if you want to deploy it, maybe like really far away from the switch using fiber, you can use the SFP port to do that, right? And one additional thing, it's also a pretty cool feature as a differentiator between comparing to the competition, is that all the access points, the Wi-Fi 6 access points, indoor or outdoor, they all support mesh between each other. There's no limitation in that. And they also can support by themselves a captive portal. So maybe for coffee shop, a hotel, restaurant, anything like that, both for small and medium to big scenarios, they can self-hosted a captive portal. So you can, it's for free. No need to buy, an additional license or a third-party company to provide that kind of registration, to get the email from the end customer. So it's really easy to deploy. No need to, program anything. You will see, you can configure it, and you can see while you're changing and modifying it. So it's really easy to deploy and to manage.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. And then, so I've already covered, let's see, we have routers, we have switches, and we have access points. And I believe there's one more product. Let me actually show you this one. So this product is our wireless bridge, so point-to-point wireless bridge. And this is good for security cameras, actually. So 1 second, let me just share my screen larger. So it's good for security cameras. Okay, so some of our viewers actually may have seen these before. So these are very popular from Ubiquiti. Ubiquiti has one of these access points. And okay, what does it do? You can install one side on your premises, like for example, your house or your office, and then the other side can go up to 1 kilometer in distance, and you can put a camera there, or you can put actually multiple cameras there if you connect it with the PoE switch. And the other location, you don't have to physically run the wire. You just need to install this bridge, and you just need power at that location. So like if you want to mount a PTZ on a light pole, like way far away where there's no internet there, you can manage that with this. And it comes with 2-in-1. So everything you need is in this box, point to point. And if you buy more than one kit, you can set up point to multiple point. So you can have one receiver on your building, and you can have up to, I think, 4 transmitters out in the field. And I've tested this as well. We just did a quick test outside of our office, and we have a video on YouTube if you want to see that later. But it works, like, you don't even have to do any sort of configuration. You just plug it in and point them at each other and like plug your camera in, and that's it. So this could probably save you guys a lot of time if you're installing cameras, and you instead of like burying the wire, you can just get one of these, send the signal, and it works well. So yes. All right. So now that covers the products that we have available. Now I want to talk a little bit about the cloud portal, the cloud management, because these are all managed products. Every single one of the products that we just talked about can be managed through the app or through the web portal. So Alejandro is going to show us how the app works. He has a demo on his phone. And if you guys have any questions, please let us know in the chat. And after this demo, we'll also be doing a Q&A. So get your questions in, and we'll answer them at the end.
Okay, cool. Let me share my screen. Full screen.
Yes, I can
Okay.
see. We can see. Yep.
You can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna open the app. So great. So you will see all the projects you got here. It means every single project, it could be one different network, means different customer, right, from yourself. So you will see on the top the demo. Let me put it here. The demo icon, so you can create even with no, if you want to try the UI and how it looks and how to operate.
Which app is this for the viewers?
Sorry. Yeah, it's a Reyee app. So we can share the. I don't have the QR code right now, but you will find it in Apple Store or a Google Play Store. So pretty easy.
Yeah.
You can search for Reyee Cloud or Reyee app.
Yeah, and I just put it in the YouTube chat for anyone who's wondering.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so if you want to just try the UI or maybe show your customer or whatever, you can check. You can create a new project, a virtual project, a demo one. So you can operate and try the different UIs from different products. So from router, different switches, different types, and access points as well. So you can go to demo, general demo. There's also a bridge demo, so you can see some wireless bridges, how to operate them and everything. So to go to general demo, you can create the demo project. It will take like 1 or 2 minutes.
And for the user, so for people who actually, they do buy the product and they're installing it, how do they actually add it into the app?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, great. So if you want to add a real product, a real device, you can just go to the plus blue button here. Just create create a new project, and if you have an access point on the network, it will all the devices will talk to each other, and they will publish an Reyee-M SSID, a wireless network. So you don't have to scan the QR code of each one every time. So you only need to connect to one SSID, and after that, all the devices are gonna discover together. So you don't need to, deploy or add one by one, right?
Okay.
If you don't have an access point, you can just scan the QR code of only one, right?
Yes.
So only scanning only one, and you will. And the same, it will work the same. All the devices are gonna talk to each other and discover each other. So if you have, for example, 10 switches, you only need to scan one, and you will see all the topology right away. Okay.
Okay, so just to clarify, so basically it's the same like as if you're adding an NVR. Like if you guys are familiar with like adding NVR, you just you open the Reyee app and then you scan the QR code. And the QR code is on the device it's on the device
Yeah.
itself, right?
On the device, correct.
And I think
But
also on the
yeah,
box too. Yeah, I believe.
the box is the QR code for the app.
Oh, okay, okay. So the QR code is, yeah, so you need to scan the QR code on the actual physical device. Yes.
Correct. But the point is, if you connect each other and you power them on, you only need to scan only one. No need to scan each one, right? So this is basically to simplify the deployment, the initial deployment.
Right. And I didn't even know that, so that's very good to know.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so now we got the general demo 1 project here. We just open it. Okay, so basically the app is cloud, everything is cloud-based, and one important point here to mention is that the configuration is not on the cloud, the configuration is on the devices. So that's an important point in case maybe it could be like a usual question, because what will happen if the cloud went down, or I don't know, the internet connection goes down or something? Okay, so all the devices will continue to work. They're not, even they are cloud-based, but the configuration is not, hosted on the cloud. But the cloud is the point for the cloud is so you can remotely add configuration changes and everything you want to do remotely, but no need to go directly on site for the end customer and deploy the configuration, right? So, or the changes. So that's the main point for using the cloud, one of the advantages, right? So in this demo project, we got different devices, a lot of switches and access points. You will see we got some end devices here, cameras, phones, everything. So you can check, for example, which devices we got connected in 2.4 band, in 5 gigahertz, or wired ones. For example, we got cameras. It will auto-detect everything. One cool point is, especially for the ones that are really used to deploy and manage switches, which is really common for CCTV scenarios. It will happen, right? If you already deploy more than 2, 3, 5, or even more unmanaged switches, and it's a new customer for you, and the network is already being deployed, you will have to check on site where are the switches deployed and which ones are online, or maybe the cabling is not documented or something. So with using our cloud, you can check on this bottom on the top right, and you will see the actual real physical topology, right? So it means you will see how all the devices are connected together. It will show you the real physical topology. So you will have the product serial number, the product model, and you can set your own name for, it's like a live, usually call it live documentation, because you can add the name for each
Yeah,
exactly.
or edit
You
it
can
after.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So you can, for one switch or an access point, even for cameras, it will detect the cameras as well. Even we don't sell, as Reyee, we don't sell cameras, right? But you can, if you have all the cameras on the network, it will auto detect them, and you can set a specific name or the IP address for each one, so you will identify it more easily. So you can change the name for this switch. Switch 1, something. And if something happens, and for example, this switch goes down, or one link is down, all the alarms are gonna alert you that this is all coming from this switch specifically, right? So if one camera goes down, the alarm will alert you that that specific camera has been
having
went down.
problems. Yeah. So you might
Yeah.
even know, like, before your customer knows, you will actually know that they're
Correct.
having issues. You can proactively follow up with them and ask them, like, hey, the camera, there seems to be a problem in your network. Was there any renovation going on there? You can actually get ahead of the customer complaining to you. You can just take advantage of that with Reyee. Pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah, and this is especially useful for small to medium or large networks, but it's also really useful for small ones, right? Because you don't have to remember, or maybe take a lot of time to create a documentation even for small networks, for small customers. You can have a lot, and you won't remember every topology all the time, right? So using this, you can just from your phone, you can check how is the topology going and how is the network going, if the traffic, everything, each port as well. But you can have like an overview of the network for every customer right on your phone. Okay.
Very cool. Yes. Could you show us how to manage, like, let's say that you want to reboot one of the ports of the switch.
Yeah.
How does that? Because I think that's a common thing that people will be doing with these switches. If there's a problem with the camera, they might just like reboot one of the ports instead of not, with an unmanaged switch, you have to unplug the whole switch, right? And if you have like other users on that switch, it's going to be a headache. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, it's one of the coolest features. The remote camera reboot. Sorry. Okay, so you have to only go to the switch. Here we have 7, but after that you can check, for example, the S200 product line, which is the access layer switches with PoE. So here you got all the details. For example, the different color depends on how the speed is being negotiated. So green means gigabit port. So all this product line is gigabit port supported, and you'll have the PoE power used and available as well. And if you go down a little bit, you will have all the detail per port, right? Not per switch, but per port. And if you click on this blue point here, it says PoE. It's a little bit small. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it pretty well on the phone, right? So
we can see it.
If you just click on, if you can just click on PoE, it will ask you if you want to reboot the PoE of that interface, right? So you can add a description for that interface, so you know that, for example, camera number 1 is connected there. So it will ask you if you want to reboot the PoE. So if you reboot the PoE, it will reboot the camera at the same time, right? So it's an easy way to, instead of going on site and reboot the camera manually, and with all the costs it comes with that, really easy. Like we reboot everything just to try the first time, right? It's like the step number 1 for troubleshooting. So rebooting the camera without having to go on site is a really useful feature to have that you don't have with unmanaged switches, right? So it's one of the cool selling points here.
It's a good feature to save on costs as well. So you don't need to send out a tech to go check out or have a physical reboot. These are the first steps to do troubleshooting, and you can do it at a distance.
Yes, very good point.
You have more details of on the link, for example, the traffic and everything. You can have like all the visibility on the network that you usually don't have with unmanaged switches. So it's for medium to large networks, especially, it's a must to have, right?
Lots of settings. Yeah, you can see everything. You can see like how much data each port is transferring. That's pretty cool. I see we can also you can set VLAN in these switches as well. So all these managed switches support VLAN, which is a little bit more of an advanced function. I don't know if many of our clients are using VLAN right now, but if you guys do want to learn VLAN, that's available. And these also support long distance, 250 meters, I believe. Is that correct?
Correct. Actually, I got it extended PoE, but with no restrictions. You can go to long distance transmission here. Just click here, and you can, the differentiator between our feature and others is that we don't have restrictions, right? So you can activate this feature on the port you really need it, and in all of them, right? Like you usually do in using unmanaged switches. So you can just go, it's really easy. You can do it even remotely. You can just click on the PoE port you wanna to activate the PoE, extended PoE feature, and just click save, and it will activate the extended PoE, meaning that you can use normal cable to more than 100 meters, so up to 250 meters long. So you have to keep in mind that it will reduce the bandwidth of that port down to 10 megabits. So it works the same as extended PoE in other brands, but the difference is you can activate it port by port, right? You don't need to buy a specific switch only for cameras and another one for access points and computers, right? So in this case, you can buy maybe a larger, higher density port switch and activate this feature on the specific port you really need it, right?
Right.
Cool.
And then, or just a little bit, maybe press for time. So can you just quickly show us, Alejandro, the other functions? Like I know that you can set VLAN, SSID. Can you just show the overview just so people can see how many features you can actually configure in the app?
Cool. Okay. So from the operation side, you can see a lot even from the phone app, but you got even more visibility from the PC, the web dashboard. So you'll see how many clients phones, cameras are connected to the network, and you can separate. You can see how they are connected. Meaning wirelessly or wired. You can see how the network is being behaving. You can see traffic and everything, trend. You can create new VLANs even from your phone. It will, the cool point here is it will deploy the VLAN on every single device. Don't have to go one by one and set the trunk port, the access port, or the VLAN tag and everything. You can just create it from one single point, and it will deploy automatically to every device it requires that VLAN, right? So it's really easy. Actually, it sounds more difficult than it really is. So you can just go to add and create a wireless VLAN. It means it will also create the wireless network like the SSID. Just it's mostly next, right? So you just add the name, for example, public or something.
Okay, so this is like if you're setting up a wireless access point, so you can basically do all the wireless setting through your phone. You don't even have to pull out your laptop to configure the access. You don't even have to log into the access point, which is pretty cool. You can do it all from the app, right?
Yeah, and all for the app. And in case you have, I don't know, 5 switches and a couple of access points, you don't have to configure add the configuration one by one on every single device. So it's much easier to do, right? So just click save, and it will deploy all the configuration to all the devices.
So this, just to clarify that, this will actually go to all, if you have like 10 access points in the project, like in that network, it will automatically send it to all the devices. So you don't have to log into each and every device, right?
Correct. Exactly. Okay. So it's really easy to do. You can do it from your phone or from the app, from the dashboard, PC dashboard. You can set, I mentioned the captive portal. You can go to the workspace and down there, go to the, here. Down here, captive portal, here. And even if you have any router, you can host the captive portal on the router. But even if you don't have a Reyee router, you can make the access point to host the portal. So you can specify which SSID you want the captive portal to be add there, and shall create a new page, and you can set different login options like voucher, typical for hotels or something like that. And one click and accounts and everything, registration for commonly used for cafe, restaurants, coffee shops, restaurants, and even hotels. You can set different background images or even more, and you can customize it as you want it. And after that, just click save, and that's it. It will deploy it to the network with just a few clicks. So it's really easy. You can even do it from your phone, right?
Right. Okay. Thank you, Alejandro, for that, for showing us the app. And all these functions that Alejandro showed you are also available on the web portal as well. So I'm just going to quickly bring up my web page here for the Reyee app. So I have very basically created a project with, I only have one switch and one access point in my network. And actually the switch, I just unplugged it, so it's not online right now. But basically from the web interface, so you go to Reyee Networks Cloud on the web interface, and then you can see all these different settings. So you can see all your devices, you can see all the clients that you just talked about. You can basically do everything from the web interface. So this is just through Google Chrome browser or Edge browser, whatever. And how it works is it's all tied to your cloud account. So this is, again, very, very similar to how people manage the UniView system. So, on UniView, you have all your NVRs added to your account. On Reyee, you have all your projects, and a project is basically like one location, I believe, right? So you have your project, and then you have all your devices within the project. And you can, again, set like SSIDs for your Wi-Fi. You can go into the switch and reboot the individual ports. You can also do a cloud upgrade for each and every device. So Reyee and Reyee are constantly pushing out updates for the devices. And just basically, it'll tell you if there's a new version, and you simply just click upgrade. Pretty handy. You can also share the project with other people. So if you have, the business owner, they want to have this on their phone, or maybe the IT team of their business, you can share the whole project with them, or you can just hand it over completely. So you no longer have access, but it's all their responsibility from there. So it's pretty flexible. And I think, honestly, the cloud interface this is a very powerful feature for Reyee. So I hope that as you guys start to, purchase it and play around with it, you'll find how much time this can save you and how much value this can add. Right. So now we are getting to the end, but before we get to the end, we will have a quick Q&A. So we already have a few questions. Let me just pull those up. Hold on. Oh, so like Reyee product, what kind of certifications does Reyee product have? Like, is it, certified for use in North America?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it is. And most of the products are FCC. We got some of them coming, but all the ones we are selling here are FCC. So yeah.
Okay.
So certified.
Yes. So FCC certification, and yeah, there's no problems with that. And how about the security of the product, Alejandro? Because a lot of our clients are actually concerned about the security. So how do you explain that for the security aspect?
Yeah, important point. Yeah, so basically one of the key points there is that the cloud is not hosted in China or somewhere else. As we said before, the cloud is hosted in Amazon Web Services, so AWS. So that includes a lot of the security, all of their own security points on the cloud. You can, for the access, for your access to the cloud, you can set 2FA, the second factor authentication point. So you'll be sure that no one else is gonna try to get access to your customers' network or your own. So besides, of course, the username and password.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, it sounds like they're pretty secure, which is good to hear. And always you can add two-factor authentication on your account for additional security. Right. And how about the tech support for Reyee? So if we're having problems with the product, if we just have questions for setting it up, how can we get tech support?
Yes, so I can answer that one. Basically here at Petawise, so when you have a issue with we do the first-hand support. We have a 1-800 number on our website. Basically, you give us a call. We can troubleshoot with you if you need help of setting up a product. You can even contact me directly through my email, which Jaden can share with you later on. And we do the support hand in hand. And if there's any issues that we do have, which are more harder, then we get in contact with the Reyee engineers, and they can help us, get back to you on a solution, and fairly quickly. That is also.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, thank you for that, Aymeric. So for tech support, it's going to be handled by Petawise team. So Petawise is doing tech support for North America. If you guys do need support, you can let me know or just call XLR Security, and we can forward you over to Petawise tech support. And so far, we don't have any more questions in the chat, or at least I don't see any questions. But is there anything else that you guys wanted to add before we wrap up?
Okay, so from my side, I will be happy to maybe do some other webinars, maybe to get deeper on the products and specific features, maybe how to deploy some captive portal or the flow and app control, or maybe in the future. Could be fun. And okay, so from my side, any help I can provide, maybe for projects or how to size them or anything else, especially for the ones trying for the first time our product. So feel free to contact me, and I will be happy to help. Okay.
Sure. And just one last thing, Alejandro. So we spoke, I think it was 2 days ago, and you mentioned about, so you said, this is the first time that you guys are introducing this product into North America, but you have already had a lot of success in other countries. And so can you just quickly tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, actually, as you said, we are introducing on an overseas market for more than 10 years now, and actually the last year was a pretty good year. We surpassed the market share for Ubiquity, so in Turkey. So yeah, we made a huge party there and with customers and everything. So yeah, it was a pretty good year, and that's actually our objective for America and Latin America and America, US and Canada as well. Maybe, of course, it's not going to be easy and not going to be fast, but that's our objective. We are not like a 1 year, 2 year brand that is trying to establish in America, but we're more like a long-term company trying with our objectives here for the long term, right? So you can trust us, and of course we got all our sales, pre-sales, and post-sales team. Besides, of course, our distributors and importers here in America. So.
Yeah. Thanks. Yes, and exactly that's what I was alluding to. So, Reyee has already lots of success in Europe, in Latin America, in other countries, not only just in China, but around the whole world. And, they are excited as we are to release this product in Canada and, try to grow the market here. And as Alejandro said, they don't just want to, appear for 1 or 2 years and then like disappear and you guys are going to be left without support. No, no, no. Reyee is wanting to grow this in a steady way. And, maybe one day you guys will become bigger than Ubiquity. I mean, in Turkey, you guys did. That's amazing. So we'll see how that goes. And one final question, actually, from Team 6 Techs in the chat. He says, are these products NDAA compliant? So can you answer that to us, Alejandro?
Yeah, actually, it's on process, but yeah, it's gonna be there really soon. So probably this year. So yeah, it's about to get it.
So that means like the products right now, they are not NDAA compliant. Means like they're using the high silicon chipset, something like that.
Yeah, actually, we're not like forbidden in US and America markets, but we still not got the NDA. But yeah, we're in the process to get it. So yeah.
Okay, so there's not current. Oh, sorry, Aymeric, go ahead.
No, sorry. I just wanted to mention on that. I know that since it's a new product which is in North America, basically, the NDAA compliancy, like Alejandro said, is in the process to get. So we're not using the banned chips. So it's just a matter of time before to get through the NDAA approval. For use the official seal of approval regarding that side. But it's something that they're working on right now.
Okay, but none of the actual hardware. So the hardware is not going to be changing. So there's no issue with the hardware. It's just like you guys haven't received the actual certification yet, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, the hardware is gonna be stay as it is today. We just need to finish the process of the NDAA.
Okay, so yeah, then basically as a long sort of to condense that down, so they're not NDAA certified yet, but basically the product is NDAA compliant, as in like there's no banned hardware or banned chipset, so you guys can safely install this in larger facilities or even government facilities. But if you want to wait a little bit, then we will have the NDAA certification coming soon. Right. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to talk about. Thank you, everyone who joined us live on the webinar. It says that we have 11 viewers right now, so I really appreciate everyone that took the time out of their day to join us for this one. Thank you, Alejandro, for your time as well, and Aymeric for joining us. And
thank you for having us.
Yes, you're welcome. And if you guys want to see more type of webinar like this in the future, please let us know. And yeah, that's it. So I'll let you guys get back to the rest of your day. And yeah, if you have any questions about Reyee, send us an email at XLR Security. We're stocking distributor for Reyee, and we have most, if not all, of these products in stock. So just shoot me an email or give me a call, and I'll be happy to help you. So that's it. Thank you, everyone, and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.